So, when there's some songs that we're at a family get together or at a party, and a song comes on, and who requested that song, because nobody else requested that song except that one person. So tell me, both of you, what songs have influenced you growing up, have shaped you? What songs do you remember listening to when you were younger? Things like that. What are the songs that stick in your brain? Roland.
Oh, well, I mean, of course, anything from Journey.
Yep.
Oh, that's true.
In the 80s and, especially late 70s, early 80s. I mean, anything from Journey. I mean, they couldn't do anything wrong. I mean, don't get me wrong, the guy that sings nowadays, but he'll never be Steve Perry.
Yeah.
I mean, come on.
So when you hear Journey, what memories does it take you back to?
Yeah, it reminds me, because my brother Ray, before he passed, he used to love them. I mean, he was the first one to really introduce me to him, especially since we both needed kind of ambient noise at the end of the night. So he would always have Journey playing in the background. We were falling asleep. That and his constant, nose broken, whatever the hell was wrong with his freaking nasal cavity. So those are always things that kept me but I mean, yeah, it's so I was falling asleep to that all the time. And between Ray and your mom and dad, I mean, it was just.
Now, was there a particular song that y'all would go to bed with? Like you would hear ambient noise?
It was just always on.
Always Journey.
Yeah, anything from Infinity, Escape, Captured.
So
even Raised on the Radio. Oh, it's so underrated.
Those are all iconic songs. Journey songs are. Why Journey's special to me? Of course, you mentioned my mom. My mom took me to my first concert at the Astrodome. I want to say 1981, because we were on the floor and I was standing on the seat, and the security guard would come up and walk down the aisle and say, "Get down." And then I'd get down, and then my mom goes, "Get back up," because we're on the floor at the Astrodome. So I could see Journey. And I just remember him with a leopard, shirtless, a sleeveless shirt and the tight ball hugging pants,
Back then she was looking at balls.
No, but I mean,
you're the only one that I see that spots those all the time.
Look, if you're going to wear something that tight,
it's a pack of quarters. It's all in quarters.
You were seven already ball contacting people.
No. Now that I look back at it, because there's videos on there that have the 81 concert, I'm like, wow, that guy was, I don't know if that's healthy, but don't. Look, y'all are men. You see a chick with some
print, inch and a half diameter. I remember him.
When you see a chick with her boobs hanging out and her butt, her ass showing, please give me a damn break.
No, we don't look. That's disrespectful. We have
wires. That is some.
We're men.
We do not look at that.
Is some
I thought we were coming here to study the Bible.
Shit. Yeah, go ahead and make the sign of the cross 2 more times, because you're mentiroso.
No, I don't know what she's talking about.
Is it 3? Is that the number we go with when we're going to laugh?
Wow.
I owe you at least 17.
Since you said that about the ball hugger, now my wife, James's mom, now starts looking at that. And she goes, "I never noticed that." So thanks a lot, Sandra.
You're welcome. That's what it's called, being single in your 50s.
I don't even want to look, but next thing you know, penis.
Excuse? Let's rewind. Okay, a few weeks ago, was I not at a particular bar and looking at the beautiful gentleman doing the combine? And I was like, look at those legs. And you're like, somebody fell? I'm like, they did? He goes, but he had to fall. And I'm like, why?
I heard that story.
Because
that on the NFL
his
combine?
Ding dong fell out of his pants. And I said, but his shorts are long. And he goes, well, that tells you why he had to fall. And who told me that story? Mr. Rowland.
He had a schlong slip.
Yes. So thank you. I'm the only one that
slipped on a schlong.
I am not the only one that catches that.
And he was falling, but he had a
kickstand. It wasn't just me. Everybody. I had to watch it on ESPN. They're like, homeboy had to fall down because whoop. He would have knocked, the pole vaulter, he'd have knocked, the 2 sticks on the side down.
Wow. No.
Fine. Well, I can tell you, growing up, a lot of bands and songs that take me back to, because me and Roland and our families lived a mile, not even a mile apart from each other growing up in Houston. And so the songs that bring back memories being at your house and my house were Hall & Oates, The Temptations, Al Green, Led Zeppelin, Chicago.
The Eagles.
Eagles.
I remember that one with whatever that face mask looking thing on the album.
Oh, yeah, that little.
I always remembered, that always reminded me of y'all's apartment over there off of, what is it, Airport? when we all lived way back in the days.
That was when I was little.
When you're little, and y'all
Yeah.
lived in that brown apartment.
Yeah.
And I remember always thinking, whenever I heard anything from the Eagles, I would see that picture and I would think of that apartment complex.
Yeah.
No
Wow.
idea why.
That's probably where I
See,
saw
they're
my
gonna bring
dad.
back those
Where
memories.
that weird slide was.
Yes,
remember? It was like down,
yes, and
remember?
that's probably where I saw my dad use the roach clip with a feather that now are rosary save placeholders.
They're called alligator clips.
Yeah, that one.
Alligator clips.
And they
Mainly
were
used
just to
for
be put
electrical.
on your hat as decoration.
Oh, also yes, that is. So we're
just
talking about
for
the-
that? No, come on now.
Okay, what about
Once
the Doobie
again-
Brothers?
Hey, that's their last name.
The Doobie Brothers, and well, for me, my mom, the Carpenters. My mom loved the Carpenters, but also, of course, mariachi music.
Jesus was a carpenter, but I bet you don't know that.
Yes, I did.
Sinner.
Hello,
Who was a carpenter?
JC.
Yeah.
I thought I said Jesus. Well, yeah, he was a carpenter.
Yes, JC, Jesus Christ.
Oh shoot, you are talking about. I'm like,
the
wow.
She wouldn't know that.
I'm like, Jesus is
She wouldn't know
carpenter.
that because she's looking at men's balls.
Hey, have
He
you?
never wore any nut huggers.
Oh my
Oh,
god.
but he
They
showed
were in the
his
robe
abs a lot.
days.
He had a gown on.
Man, Jesus had some sweet abs, man.
I don't know about
A
that.
crossing at the abs.
Look at
All
that.
right.
If he'd have flexed, he could have broke it. I think like this. Like,
Okay, all right, whatever. James.
focus on the core, baby.
James, tell me, growing up, what music did you hear growing
Oh,
up?
I'm like, I didn't say that. I'm like,
No.
James.
He's like, that
Oh.
fool's not gonna listen.
I'm
so
like-
I'm like, we're gonna squeeze
I'm gonna
off of that.
redirect.
Oh, squeeze off.
All right, if we're going way back,
Yes.
it's pretty much with my mother in the car because we're always waiting for somebody, or we were always at a grocery store, not getting off, but there my mom's drinking in the parking lot.
Why
There,
did
but-
that
Drinking in
sound
the
so,
parking lot.
yes.
why does that sound so true? I love it.
I'm like,
I'm gonna see all y'all.
I know that's what we're doing. And she's listening to Neil Diamond a lot. She loved Neil Diamond. And of course, Kenny Rogers. Kenny Rogers
Yeah.
would be the
Lord.
one. Eddie Rabbit was another one that she would listen to a lot in there.
Raindrops keep falling
No,
on my
that's
head.
not Eddie Rabbit. You think it's a rain song?
It is.
No, you're thinking because I love a rainy night.
Oh, that one too.
See, you was on the right
Is that
path.
Kenny Loggins?
You just had the wrong weather channel.
Is that Kenny Loggins?
No, I don't know.
Well,
That's
who
an old
sees
song.
raindrops keep
Crying
falling on
out
my-
for me? That's an old song.
No, that's
Yes. Google. Andale, ponte Google.
We don't have that guy from, what's his name? Joe Rogan.
But
Justin? Is there any Justin or Josh or something?
raindrops keep falling on my head song.
Actually, I have a story when we talked
that's
about
the face of
grocery
someone
stores.
realizing that she was wrong.
BJ Thomas.
See,
BJ Thomas.
It's like,
Wow.
Did you see it? That was the face of someone just
She's like,
realizing
"Ooh,
I was
ooh."
wrong about something.
I will admit I was wrong. My bad.
You were trying not to. You're like, this is. I must have said the wrong.
I'm like,
one.
how can I put these letters in the form of Kenny Loggins?
Jesus Christ, you can't.
But like I said, you had the right precipitation in mind. You know, it wasn't a foggy night.
I remember.
There was rain going down.
All right.
So Neil Diamond,
okay.
Kenny Rogers.
I got a story that
Okay.
relates to Journey
Oh,
and also a grocery store. All right.
Okay.
So, and this is why I like this song. Okay, so this is so we're at the grocery store. My mother and my brothers, and I guess we walked there. We walked to the grocery store. So we're leaving, and we're all. My mom's pushing the cart, and we're helping her push the cart, and it's raining hard. It's raining hard. So we're going down the street, and what's that song? Na 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 na, whatever that song is.
Oh, na 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 na
Yeah.
na 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 na.
Wheels Under the Sky or Wheels Under the
What's
Sky?
Roland? You know the goddamn song. What is it?
I know you're the
You know it. What is
He
it?
was like, I want to see y'all struggle. This is too because it's like raindrops keep
Nah,
falling
nah,
on my head.
I always
all
put
over
this on.
again.
Na, na,
So then we're walking down in this nice car. It's a Cadillac, and back then there were the long Cadillacs, and leather seats, everything. He had a phone in the car, and
Wow.
and my mom goes, "Oh,
Loving
come on,
touching
let's
squeezing,
get
by the
in." And I'm like, "Who is this
It was
person?"
loving, touching, squeezing, by the way.
Oh, okay, thank
There
you.
you go.
Thank
You're welcome.
you.
Which kind of fits this story.
Ooh.
So
Your mom tells y'all to get in the damn car?
get in the car, and she goes, I go, like, I don't know what the fuck. We get in the car. It's fucking raining.
There was Ubers in '82. Thank you very much.
So then we get in the car, and the guys, flirting with my mom because you could tell what they're doing. And she goes, "Oh yeah, it's my car, this and that." And he goes, "Why don't you go to my house? We're having a party right now." So then we drive and we go to the house, and they're having a party there. So
I'm starting to feel like we shouldn't hear this story.
I was like, what happened?
well, that's this. I don't
After an
remember
hour
much
and a half
after this.
alone in the car,
So then we go there. We put the groceries in the fridge.
In his fridge?
In his
James
fridge.
Michael's over there like my nana. Sorry.
And we went to this room. They told us to just play in this room. And hours later, we got back in the car and we went home finally. But yeah, that's my story from the, what was it? Song that I remember, grocery store, and Journey.
So the song was in the car?
Yes, the song. I'm sorry. Yes, the song was playing in the car.
Or was it
going
just
in
some
the car.
shit you were seeing?
No,
I was
no,
like,
no,
what
no.
the like, Mama was loving touching, squeezing.
Well, I'm sure that's probably what's happening in that room over there, but we had to put earmuffs on.
You apart. I was just, were you putting images to you, making your own video in your head?
No, we had our own earmuffs.
We're gonna go ahead and put a pin on that, and when we discuss what
But that song was on.
what your traumas are went back in the day, we're gonna go ahead and bring that back up.
But every
revisit
time I
trauma.
hear that song, it goes back to that memory.
What color was the Cadillac?
It
was burgundy.
Love to
I was gonna say red.
stranger.
That
That guy in the leopard print was there too.
Oh, Steve Perry was not there. He would have stopped it and said, "This is wrong.
This is wrong.
Do not be doing no loving, touching, squeezing.
Take these kids home." Oh, any other songs?
Oh, shoot.
When you go to Grandma and Grandpa's house or anything like that?
Oh, we had this, Grandpa brought these 2 records. I don't know, he was in Panama, some other country he was from. And he brought...
Was it the flute ones? The doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. You know those pan flute?
Yeah, it might have been something like that, because it was the one about the
It was all
pear.
about the music.
Put a pear or something. God dang it, I forgot that.
Put a pear in the coconut with lime? I don't...
It's from...
I think you'd be the greatest DJ ever.
I don't know, these 2 songs, but he would put them over and over. I don't know the artist, I don't know the song, but they're in my head.
Well, let's sing it. Let's hear it.
I was almost there, man.
I know you don't. What?
What was it? Shazam
I want to
was
say
like,
Linda Ronstadt song.
Go ahead, one more. Oh, Linda Ronstadt.
I want to actually proceed without me while I'm going to look up these songs.
Shazam. You should Shazam it for sure.
Nobody does Shazam anymore.
throw a
It's on your
couple-
phone
Oh,
already.
it's Google.
Yeah,
Hum
just-
it.
yeah,
Google
search
says
for
you
a
can hum
song.
it. Well, okay, so growing up when we were younger, that's what I used. Those are the good songs, and that's how I remember Glass Eye and the Pips, things like that during Christmas, the Temptations, right? Christmas songs. But as I moved into a teenager and adulthood, then I started listening to more new wave, Depeche Mode, The Smiths, Psychedelic Furs, Yaz. What else? Oh, also I loved my my R&B like Jodeci, Keith Sweat. Them guys. Rob Bass. Oh, Rob
Yeah,
Bass.
you knew a song was good back in the days when the video had somebody singing in the rain.
Oh, okay.
Casey and JoJo.
Yes.
I'm
So
going crazy, and the rain. It's like, okay,
of
can't
course
y'all?
you're going crazy because
Nobody-
The rain
Yeah,
comes back to my memory.
Get an umbrella.
Rain goes
man.
back.
So
You could
Rob
have shot this video inside.
Bass and DJ Easy Rock, that song, every time I hear it, it takes 2. Every time I hear that song, it takes me right back to the football field when, I don't know, we're playing some badass.
I know,
No!
like in the back
back
of the football
No,
field.
we're playing, our team is playing
What the
a
hell
really
were you doing
good,
with Raul?
you go to the football games and the other bands, because our high school was, it was not cool. Like they played, the other school's band were playing It Takes Two, and they were getting down and they were dancing, and I'll never forget that. I don't know. I've been to Prairie View A&M games and they play really hip hop songs too sometimes. But anyway, so Rob Bass and DJ Easy Rock, It Takes Two reminds me of that in Houston all the time. And In Excess, Love Will Tear Us Apart. That was such an emotional love song because you wanted to be with that person and. Our love, it's never going to tear us.
See, that music, man, set us all up for failure.
It
I know,
did.
I don't know about that shit. No.
It did, love, those love songs, In Excess that was my ultimate love
See,
song.
90% of music now is just shaking your booty, and it's like, man, See, that's how life needs to be. Like, you don't need to like fall in love. Just shake your ass at each other.
Well, what happens
You know,
if
it's
you need
like-
to go through breakups? You need some song. And
They don't do that. They just start
Or
shaking their ass again.
if you're in love, you need
It's like
somebody
you
to be able to express
you
your
disconnect
love.
your booty for a little
Well,
while.
how many times was your heart broken that you had these songs?
A lot.
It was a few times.
Why do you think I became such a jackass for so long?
It was a few times, but that's part of growing up. But you know, oh my God, Air Supply, give me a goddamn. I'm all out of love.
Oh my God, where did it go?
I'm like, come on, Air Supply, REO Speedwagon.
I
Those
know.
were ballads.
Oh yeah, because
Yeah,
they
those are
set
pretty
men
good.
up for
Those
like I
are
said,
good.
because guys were allowed to have feelings. Now they're like,
Now-
gay.
Air Supply
Be a
reminded
fucking
gay,
me.
man.
like,
Stop
don't
being
get
a.
mad at nobody.
Stop being a. No.
No,
But that's what it was. You know, nowadays it's like you're like, come on, don't be like that.
yeah, but going back, Air Supply always reminded me of because I'll be in his room and he's getting ready, and plus he had this album that his girlfriend gave him,
Oh shit.
and that did not like.
Oh.
So she didn't like the album. She didn't like the song. I'm
Was
pretty
that
sure
Air
she
Supply?
Oh, that must
It
have
was
been
Air
one of them
Supply.
little.
was
It was Air Supply album,
Oh yeah.
and I think they just got back together.
It's like they were on a break.
We were on
Maybe
a
I said
break.
something, but yeah. Every time, see, because have you ever seen get dressed when he was going out or something?
No, I don't recall.
Because remember he had that hair,
Yes.
the puffy hair and all that.
Yeah.
He would have a hairnet on
Oh,
for
you
like
know
half
what?
the time. Or
I
something like that.
distinctively remember now the hairnet thing.
Yes, he would
Thinking
have
like,
that.
that's weird.
And then of course,
Man, that's
getting all
nowadays they would call that doing too much.
Well, I guess with that fro or whatever he had.
No, his
I
hair was
guess
just
his hair with a
stiff. It was just
cheetah
stiff.
hair like that. So he had to
I
push
think
it
it was
down.
just thick, yeah, and he had to keep it under control, like chill the hell out, you know.
That is hilarious.
And I remember hearing the Air Supply with him all the time.
Are you serious?
Oh, there's more. I'm not going to say his name no more, but there was one of my cousins that Rick James, because he used to stay at our house. He supposed he'd take care of us.
Rick James would take care of you?
No, I mean my cousin would take care of us.
Even doing all his cocaine.
And
What a nice man. He had extra energy.
my dad and my cousin would drink, and my cousin would sometimes get too much drinking. But Rick James will come on, he would get crazy, like just started super freak or whatever.
Is
it was.
that the same cousin that you're not saying his name no more?
He would turn into Bruno Mars with his feet like.
But man, when that cousin would get tipsy, oh my God, he
That
was fun. And there was this one girl across the street from us, and her name was Sugar.
Oh,
Like,
God.
Where was this? Which one was this at?
This
Where?
was this was by John Glenn over there, by Valley Higher. Well, before Valley Higher,
Oh, man.
that's-
by behind Ponchos over there with Marbach.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
So there was this girl across named Sugar, and it's
That
funny
pretty much
because
tells you everything you need to know about her.
Yeah.
because every time a car will pass by, hey, Sugar, she's like, hey, and we're like, no, they don't know you, but she was dingy. But I mean,
sounds perfect.
My cousin got his eyes
She
on her.
sounds perfect. She's too dingy. I like her already.
So my cousin got his eye on her, and her father said, make sure you keep that boy across the street, told my mom or dad or something like that.
Oh, keep him across the street. Yeah.
Yeah. So again, that night, drinking too much,
Oh, God.
listening to all these Rick James and
he
all
went-
these songs.
He was trying to get his super freak on.
They had to bring my cousin back naked, bring him back home, and yeah, it was a fun night there.
Super freak.
Snuck
Super freak.
inside the
We're
room.
Super freak, eh?
Snuck inside the
Yeah.
room, man.
Okay, but
Wow.
was it Sugar's room or did he get the wrong house because he's all drunk?
It was the right room because the dad brought him back.
And we're not talking about the strip club. It's the girl, Sugar.
I'm sorry. This guy scared the crap out of my son Timothy. Kept calling him Sugar.
Now my memory's not good, but most of the parts were right. Most of the things were said were right. But man, but that music goes back there.
Timothy still checks his windows every night before he goes to bed. He is 82.
Dang.
He's 82.
Hold on,
I don't want that.
Don't close this window.
Dad, you don't even live here no more. No, I don't care. I'm locking that damn window.
So, growing up in high school, what songs were y'all drawn to?
Well, like you said, Depeche Mode. Like Depeche Mode, especially because that was our anthem music every time we'd get, in the car, like we talked about last time with the Corsica.
Mm-hmm.
And that was always us, me and with my hair flipped to the side and stuff. The Cure. Oh man, U2 Under a Blood Red Sky and like Joshua Tree, all those.
Yep.
Man, I remember that was that song. Who sang that one? Hey now, don't dream.
Yeah.
I remember that song. Like that reminds me of sitting on the back of the Corsica because we locked the keys in the car and waiting for Gerald's mom to bring them back up to us. So we're just sitting there, hey now, and we're sitting at what is it, St. Mark's?
Yeah, St. Mark's.
And we're parked up there by
Yes.
the softball field, and we're just like, hey now.
Might as well. Nothing else to do, right?
God, growing up, we talked about this last time, getting dropped off at Astro World like at noon and then getting picked up at 10. They had that little club in there, studio something, or what was it called? Videosity. Oh my God.
Wow.
Lisa and the Cult Jam. Yaz.
Lisa's supposed to be like on tour right now.
What?
Yes,
Yeah. She's like 60 years old.
Damn. I wonder if she can
So
take
Lisa
it home.
isn't a cult now.
She's
No, I mean she's at home, but
she's
but her voice is still good.
Is it right?
Yeah.
that Dan Harmon.
Oh.
Every time you go. Oh wait, that one right?
No.
Oh, who was that? God damn it.
That's Richard Marx.
No.
Take a piece of me with you or something.
Yeah, but that's not Dan Harmon.
No, Dan Harmon is I Can Dream.
Oh, that's
About
right.
You.
Well, who says every time you go away?
What's in the, let's see.
Every time you go away.
I know the
DJ.
song. You take a piece of me with you.
I don't. Okay, so I remember I saw one of those guys in concert at Astroworld.
Go on and go free.
Every time
Maybe
you
you'll
go away, you take a piece of me with you. Lyrics.
Well, you can get us the
Paul Young.
There you go.
Paul Young?
Yeah.
Really?
I was right there in the way that I really wasn't.
I was
Paul
far
Young.
from that.
Yeah.
Paul
I really
Young.
thought it was right too.
Okay, what about Modern English, Joy Division?
Oh.
Wham! Wake me up before you go.
Before you go.
Oh,
Really?
I thought he was
Man,
really
that one.
cute. Wham! And
No.
he still was.
You know, we
Look,
I mean, everybody
it
you
don't
just
matter.
said I
he
listened
was
to,
really
but it
pretty
wasn't
for a
me.
man. So that's what, like, that was like a little
Whatever.
hint, right?
He was
a little
Greek.
too pretty to be.
It was Greek, so his eyebrows like it was a Greek.
Still, he was a little too pretty. I was like, hey, I get it, but
What about New Shoes? I can't wait, baby. Is that New Shoes?
I had no idea. I mean, at first I couldn't get the song till you finished. Yeah, I know what song it is. Yeah.
I'm
Are
like
these
that
like
shit-
a lot of one-hit wonders, or just...
No, Paul
maybe.
Young wasn't. He had a couple.
Paul,
out
yeah,
there.
Paul Young wasn't. What about Level 42? There's something about you, and there's something about. Oh, I can't.
Those are like songs in the background for
Yeah.
me, but no, it wasn't the main thing I would listen
wouldn't
to or
be
something.
able
Okay, what
without
about
you, baby.
What about okay, so growing up in Houston, going to my uncle's house, my Theo Frankie loved music. He always played music in the house, and we'd always just start dancing, which I absolutely loved. One of the songs that reminds me of him and these situations was George Clinton, Atomic Dog. Bow wow wow, yippee yo, yippee yay, bow wow, yippee yo,
One thing I
yippee
used to
yay.
love about Theo Frankie, which wasn't my Theo Frankie, but we kind of adopted.
Yes, of
We all
course.
adopted each other as nephews and
Yes.
uncles and stuff like that. Because to this day,
I was
Yeah.
called Theo
let's
Frankie.
steal
Yeah.
Theo Frankie.
Theo
We all
Frankie.
just did. Like,
Yeah.
no, that's Theo
Theo
Frankie. It's
Yeah.
like Sandra called him Theo Frankie. I guess that's Theo Frankie. That's his whole name. What's his name? Frank. No, it's Theo Frankie.
It's Theo Frankie.
You forgot the Theo part. Stupid or something. But what I thought was really cool, and it's like I'm sure they can still cut it up right now, is that when we went to the house one time with Frankie and Nicole and Amber when they're, and I can't remember who came on. It was one of those, 70 discos, which Frank and them grew up in those days. And Nicole knew how to dance to that, and
Yeah.
she was like disco dancing. I was like, "Look at you go, girl!" 'Cause,
Yes.
like,
Like that was him. Like that's the energy he brought, and I loved it because we'd just be sitting there or whatever, just anything. A song come on and and he would just get up and dance.
it was
and
like
then-
More Than a Woman.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
she's
More
doing
Than
the
a
she's doing the
Woman.
little shuffle and the turns, and I'm
Yes.
like, "You go, girl!" Like,
Yes, that and what was that once? I can't remember the other songs.
Okay,
but-
Sandra, you keep like blanking out on me. You need to take better notes.
I know. I don't know, but
She has 3 pages of notes right
I'm
in front of
trying
her.
to
And she keeps going, "What was that song?
Well, but I'm trying to.
What
I'm
notes are
pulling
you taking?"
because you're saying something, and then it's triggering another memory, and I'm like, it's not on my notes. So first of all, bad on you for triggering my memories for other things.
You're like, "You should have read my script. Stick to it."
Thank
please."
you. Script to my script, please. Oh my god. Okay, what about
Make a shirt that says
script to my script? What about the Book of Love?
That's not a real thing. You
Again,
gotta
that's
make it
just
up
one
as
or
you go
two
along.
songs, it's like,
Okay, what about Okay, The Police, Sting, Peter Gabriel. No, Peter Gabriel.
Peter Gabriel actually reminds me of your house that summer I spent with Sledgehammer because the band on the right side, right? They were rehearsing that song over and over.
Are you serious?
Yeah, but it wasn't bad. I mean, they sounded good, but it just brings me back to that house.
No, Peter Gabriel, I always remember In Your Eyes.
Yes,
Oh,
In Your Eyes.
great song. Oh man.
I love that. What about, well, okay, Earth, Wind, and Fire was the other one I was trying to think of, Theo Frankie. Earth, Wind, and Fire in Chicago.
Oh yeah.
Dancing songs, in his living room. What about, I already said the Doobie Brothers. What about the Cars? Cars?
I didn't like the Cars.
You don't like the Cars? I liked them.
They were on MTV, so they were in rotation. You had to watch them and listen to them.
Yeah.
Okay, the Eagles. Name the songs that you liked. Lion Eyes. I love Lion Eyes.
I'm gonna. Oh shoot.
There's so many though, because different singers sing different songs, like different members.
What was that one that was coming on? And I'm like, oh my God, I haven't heard this in a long time.
Oh, we were just listening to the other day. I don't know.
Talk about the L. Loving, leaving, squeezing.
No, that's Journey. Loving, living, squeezing. That's your song.
Because I actually heard it I kept putting it on over and over and over. I'm like,
Yes.
Well, Desperado, I like Desperado.
Oh yeah. Yes.
And then like Don Henley when he did his own and he did Heart of the Matter. Oh.
Was it the best of my love? The one I was singing?
Oh yeah, you got no.
Oh, Take It to the Limit.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Take It to the
Best of My
Limit.
Love. Best of My Love is another band. Oh.
It says Eagles,
got
the best of my love right
Maybe
here.
they could sing a different song, you know.
Oh, I guess I don't know. I don't know.
There is
Maybe
like
I'm a
It
different.
was Take It to the Limit, 1977.
That's right. Take It to
Official
the limit.
video 4K.
Gotcha.
They had 4K in
4K,
1977.
not 2K.
1977, they had 4K.
Gotcha. Gotcha.
That means that song had 4 strikeouts.
4 seconds. Okay, what about Billy Joel?
Man, we went to go see Billy Joel not too long ago. We got tickets.
How was it?
One ticket. It was good, but we watched Sting first, so he sang some of his songs, and he sang some songs from Police. And then Pat was like, "Okay, well, I'm ready to go." So I was like, "Okay, cool." Well, we got free tickets.
You
and
didn't stay for Billy Joel?
Well, we kind of did, because
you're walking out and you
Pat
heard him?
really didn't grasp what was going on. So it's like we're leaving. She's like, "Oh, he sings that song." Like, yeah. And then we kept going. Oh, he sings this song. Like, yeah.
Oh, he has a good
And it's like she was like,
catalog
"Oh,
of
I didn't know."
songs.
So we got down to like floor level,
And you kind of went in back in?
and we saw this. There was a little gap, like directly to the side of the stage, and there was the little hallway, then the 2 rows of seats, and then Billy Joel. You could see him,
Holy
like right
crap.
there. I got pictures
okay.
of just you can just see him in the piano, just
Really?
And I was just trying to get his attention.
Hey, Billy Joel.
But it was just
sing.
a wide open, just a nice clean shot of him. And so we just sat there for like 20, 30 minutes. People kept passing by looking at us and like, what are y'all doing? And
like we're
this
enjoying
one couple
something.
stopped by and they were like, oh, wow, he's like right there. We're like, that's why we're here. Like, we
I
sitting
love
way the hell
that.
up there.
Oh, what about Paul Abdul?
Straight up now, tell me, do you really want that?
And Rush?
I did not realize when I was little that she was when I was like 8, she was about the same height as me. Because Paula Abdul's like, what, 5'2"?
She's little. She's itty bitty. Yeah.
And she was a dancer in Coming to America.
She was? I know she was a Lakers dancer.
She choreographed, I believe, that
Yeah.
opening with the
Really?
big,
She
the
did?
big, the big.
Oh, wow. Nice. I didn't know that.
Interesting.
Yeah,
Fun fact.
Fun
There you
fact.
go.
Marvin Gaye,
Yeah.
Heck yeah.
Al Green.
Yeah. I
Oh,
mean, but
man.
What do you mean?
James is like, I don't even know.
these are, I mean, you guys from Houston are a little bit,
More
away
diverse.
from us,
So-
behind us with the music.
You mean
like,
ahead of y'all?
No.
I would say ahead.
No.
Okay, what about
No.
David Bowie?
Oh my God. Again, 70s. What the heck?
Well, I mean, but this is the music that I grew up with.
I mean, you're talking about this is like a parent's music, right? That
Well,
what you're
but
referring
also
to?
this is what I listen to now.
Oh, okay.
Like
Okay.
Under Pressure, Modern Love.
No. I mean, I know, but I don't listen to it.
Okay, what about the Tom Tom Club?
Who? Tontonka?
The
That's
Tom
an
Tom
Indian.
Club. Genius of Love.
See, that's it. This is where she's going off her notes now, and I don't think she remembers some of them. She's like, you remember that song?
No, I do remember the
Dixie
Tom.
Highway.
No,
Like
the
that.
Tom Tom.
Like, you know what it's like?
I-
And then we look like Jackass. You remember that song?
Yeah, you don't remember that song? I so remember the Tom Tom
No.
Club.
Tom
It's
Tom Foolery. Chicka bum bum bum.
Genius
Remember
of
it?
Love.
Good drum beat.
What you gonna do when you get out of jail? I'm gonna have some fun.
Oh, see, I didn't
what
know
do
bands like
you
that had
consider fun? Fun, natural fun.
Okay, I always had a question about that.
Yes.
What the hell was natural fun?
Natural fun, like no drugs, no psychedelics, just natural fun.
I'll just say normal.
That's my interpretation of it.
That is probably a fairly accurate,
You're welcome.
description.
You're
And it sounds as stupid as the freaking natural fun sound.
Whatever. Hey, I didn't write the song.
I'm just saying, you're right. Natural fun, like, oh, that does make
It's
some sense.
fun, natural fun.
But it's a way, like, I just imagine her like being all sarcastic, but like fun, natural
Okay,
fun.
so
like,
who's-
excuse me, I didn't know what natural fun was.
So that song is in the same realm as the other song that I used to love, and I think it was called "I Beg Your Pardon."
Oh, that was pretty good. Yeah, that was a dance song.
Did that sound like Mexican hat dance for a second? Or was it just me?
Con-can.
Yeah, I know what song you're talking about.
Con-can. There once was a something. There once was a something else.
That's terrible lyrics, by the way. There once was a something. There once was a something else.
You had me at I beg your pardon, but now you lost me again.
You got close there.
Share the good times.
How about we get to the
while
80s?
We can.
Oh, this is fine.
Oh, you almost had Oh, okay. That was okay. You can't do any of that song.
I beg your pardon. That's the name of the song.
Yeah, but I know what you were talking about. That was like in the 80s. That's like I remember
Yes,
going to
I love that
what
song.
was it? 6400 on Westheimer.
Oh,
I was too young to be there.
I was too young
and
to
yet
be
there I
too.
was.
I was not there. However, I was
Another fun little story.
Yes.
It was when I used to model for Visible Changes back then. And so I was doing like the mall tour and then the club tour, and then we had a show there at 6400, and I was like 15, 16. But we had the show there, and they're like, "Hey, especially you guys that are underage, we're gonna do the show, and then you got to meet up with us in the back, and then you got to leave immediately because you're not
get the hell out.
It's 18 and up or something like that." Well, I ran into
Who?
Hinojosa, not Lawrence, but Alex. The Hinojosas, they used to live over there by Julio and them. Well, they were 18 and they were there. Like, Rolly, what are you doing? I was like, I'm being handsome. What are you guys
I'm
doing?
flipping my hair
I'm being
sideways.
handsome.
I'm flipping my hair this
Like,
way and walking down the road here.
And they were like, oh, so you got to go? I was like, yeah. They were like, well, because we had these bright green Visible Changes shirt on during the show.
Those guys are underage.
And so they were like, they knew that, so we were like, hey, if we give you a different shirt, you want to stay? And I was like, let's see if it happens.
What happened? What?
You didn't flip the camera?
Oh.
Jay, no, not what time is it? Oh. The record time. Like how much long we've been going? 36 minutes. These are 7:07. Now, if I could go back then in high school, I do have George Strait. Oh. George Strait was the chair in Oklahoma song, whatever it was.
The chair. That's name. Oh, that my song.
Yeah, the chair. George Strait.
Oh, excuse me. Is somebody got your chair?
Yep. That's the name of the song.
How it goes?
You are searching for a song right here.
Searching for a song. Actually, that song reminds me of Eddie when we went to go see Manuel in ROTC contest. Mm-hmm. I think I told you this. Where like we were Theo Gilbert, Theo Mary driving, Eddie in the back, and I'm in the back. Eddie's asleep because that boy just cannot wake up. Mm-hmm. So we finally get there, right? And what is he? He goes, all right. Theo goes, hey, get ready, Eddie. He wakes up like this. Gets moose.
Moose?
Big old thing of moose. Eyes closed. All right, I'm ready.
The one that reminds me of Eddie, now that you mentioned that, was Marina Del Rey.
Oh, okay.
I remember for some reason I came down and he played that. He's like, I love this song. I'm like, oh yeah, cool. That was still in my moment where I was still like, I remember Rico came home with his duster, his cowboy hat, and his Garth Brooks shirt on. He's like, yeah, I'm a cowboy.
I'm a cowboy.
And I'm all like, dude, you look stupid. You look like what people out of Texas think people in Texas look like. But it's funny because like you look stupid, Years later, like I know every fucking Garth Brooks song, George Strait.
So what other song?
In high school, we also Jerry got me into back then was the Beastie Boys.
Oh.
I love
when that album
Beastie
came
Boys.
out. That cassette came out.
What? Which one?
There was an album.
What was the name?
Rico had one of them.
Whatever, the one with the airplane on there. The Beastie Boys.
It was Beastie
You had
Boys.
the right to fight for your party, all them?
I think it was just Beastie Boys. I think it was self-titled. I can't remember. I don't know.
You know all the songs. Paul
Yeah,
Revere, because
Airplane.
you want me to play them all.
Yeah, I know exactly which one it is.
And then Jerry was also Public Enemy, which I told you about. He would play that one a lot. Of course, NWA. Jerry would play that one.
What does that stand
So
for?
Jerry got me to those songs.
Not
And
without.
Ice-T.
Acceptance.
Not without acceptance.
That was a white boy. This was a white boy
Okay,
too.
so we're talking about Jerry. Def Leppard, not hysterectomy. What is it?
What?
Hysteria?
Hysterectomy? Can you imagine that as a title? What the heck?
Hysteria,
Wow.
right?
Hysteria, yes.
Hysterectomy now.
Oh my
I'm
God.
gonna call that one-armed drummer. Tell him to change the damn song.
So, going to Flying K,
And he had a hysterectomy.
he had that cassette, which I recently found out that you gave him.
Yeah.
And he played
I
the
gave it to
shit out of that cassette while the whole time we were there at Flying K. So that Flying K summer or whenever we went, that was the Def Leppard summer. Thanks to Jerry.
Yep. Jerry was pretty good at giving me some music in there.
Yeah.
Now, I remember Jerry used to like what's that, Tootsie Roll or something?
Yeah, 69 Boys.
See, you
No,
got that
my
one.
And that's the
God.
only song that he would dance
She was
to.
on that one.
That was something he would dance to a lot, was that one.
Jerry?
Yes. Oh, okay. Manuel's Wedding. What song came on? Emmanuel.
Doom, doom,
Boom.
doom.
Everybody say,
Hey.
hey! We want some kitty cats.
And now we were like, put it
I
on, put it on, put
remember
it on.
I remember the scattering of all of us.
Yes!
Like half of us were running to the DJ, half of us were running to our mamas. Like we didn't
didn't do
ask
it.
for this.
We didn't do it
We
because
didn't
we're
tell
like,
the
everybody look at
DJ,
grandma.
like-
Everybody look at Grandma Gigi. Let's see what she says. Let's see what she looks like.
Oh my
Hell
God.
no.
We all knew somebody's gonna catch an ass whooping.
Yep, that
So
was
we
hilarious.
pushed Jerry towards Theogena and ran
Yes.
off.
Who was the DJ,
I
Renee?
don't know. No, it was just somebody
No, it
random.
was somebody else.
And we just called him to put it
Yes.
in. Oh my God.
I'm
Yes.
sure one of us just went up and like, oh,
you just-
why don't you play? I want
Oh.
something.
And you just see grandma like, what the chingada? Or I
What
don't
the
know. She's like, what? She's just listening. And I'm like, oh my God. And I knew I wasn't going to catch nothing because I'm a girl, whatever.
Oh,
It had to be
I can
y'all.
imagine. ¿Qué están diciendo? ¿Qué
Yeah.
quieren qué?
She said some cuss words. Get it?
That was a good one back then.
Oh my God. Yeah. So that, I
I
remember
thought one or all of us was gonna die that day. Like all of us there. Like, no, it was you, mom.
That
I was in the
stupid-ass
corner
DJ
praying.
played it.
I was just like that little puppy. Yeah.
Put it out.
Yeah.
And then they're like, they played it. I can't believe they played it, mom.
I can't
Oh,
believe
no,
it.
no, like these
Ay,
heathens.
Dios mío.
I got my rosary immediately.
Wow.
My rosary immediately. Shut up. Oh my God. Those were fun times. What year did Manuel graduate? I mean, get wedding.
Well,
Let's see.
Get married.
Probably like
was I married back then? I don't know.
no, you
know.
weren't, because it wasn't like in the 80s. I want to say.
Yes, it was in
Okay,
the 80s,
yeah.
but I don't remember.
'Cause let's
No,
see.
it was in the 80s.
It might have been.
Somebody
Because
text
Manuel, how old is Manuel? He's 58.
Probably. He's younger than Gibby.
Yeah.
I don't know who Gibby is.
Who got
Is he
first,
older than
Gibby?
Richard?
Wait, who got
He was
first,
older
Gibby or
than-
Meme?
I think he was a year older than Rico, so I think he was like 58. Because Rico would have been
But
57.
who
right
got
now.
first, Meme or Gibby?
Gibby was the oldest.
But who got married first?
Mimi.
Oh. I thought we played that song or whatever, tried to get it played at Gibby's wedding too.
Oh, we might. I don't mind. We're assholes. It's possible.
Yeah, I wanna say that. We tried to
Just
get
like,
it played at
you know,
Gibby's
it'd be
wedding.
real funny. Let's do it again.
Let's do it again.
We shouldn't have done it, but you know, it'd be funny.
Let's
Then we
do
do it
it.
again.
Yeah, they wouldn't know who to look at.
Yeah, they would like, it's the Ruizes.
And I would have been like that.
It wouldn't have been me.
It's the Ruizes.
I know it would have been me. I'll be like, yeah, do
Like,
it,
we
do
don't-
it.
that kind of music has a certain color to it, and you know, the people from Houston are probably, you know, just, you know, I don't mean to point any fingers, pero ahí está el dedo.
Well, so now back as adults.
Okay.
So I know our music palette has grown probably, maybe. So I know now I listen to all the things that I mentioned prior, plus like the Foo Fighters, of course, White Stripes.
Okay, how many of those songs that you
Stripes.
talked about earlier, though? have
No,
you
I didn't
heard?
say Foo Fighters.
No.
What are you
But how
talking
many of those songs I'm talking about?
Oh.
But how many of those artists that we talked about when we were younger? How many of those songs? How many of those artists have you heard songs on it like HEB?
Oh my God.
And I'm like, oh my crap, this
Yeah,
is
a
Journey
lot.
at HEB.
Yes.
You know,
Yeah, but
you
look at the
start
women
singing.
when the freestyle songs come on.
and
At
you see
each-
that little
that little bounce.
the little band, the little hip starts shaking.
That's when you're
they take
like-
they loosen the knee brace a little bit in case they got to drop something.
That you're like, let me go around the avocado stand one more time because I know I missed something. Hold on.
The acoustics are better in the produce section.
In the produce section,
Oh my
especially
God.
when the water starts raining, you feel like you're at the club because the water comes down.
Do you remember back in the days when you used to be able to like pull the hoses? Like they had like the actual sprays out there in the produce section.
Oh, in the produce section, yes. I thought you meant at the club.
You know
I'm like,
that,
oh,
you know what that meant? Me and my brother. Stupid, you peed yourself.
Oh my God.
Because you know, like the water hose, they actually
Yes,
had like
yes.
the hoses out there because they would go out there and spray
and
the
spray the
vegetables.
the vegetables.
So you had a water hose. So me and of course my brothers being assholes. You pee yourself. Look, you're sweating. I'm a maniac. You know? So many things to do with water.
What? And so now, what are y'all's favorite bands that y'all listen to like on a regular now?
On a regular, I mean, I'm me. I'm a
Yeah.
I can listen to that all day. I still like like you said, I still listen to like Depeche Mode, Journey. I still love listen to all that kind of stuff. My range has always been eclectic, so it's always been like, I mean, but like you said, I sometimes I'm in a Marvin Gaye mood. I don't get down with a lot of hip hop these days. Now, don't get me wrong, I can get down with like Eminem and some Kendrick Lamar. And
So
stuff
what
like
about
that.
the older hip hop? Yes.
older?
But
Yeah.
the newer hip hop, it's a little.
I like when they went through that mumble rap.
Yeah.
I was like, what is
What
that?
is it? I can't understand.
It's like, can they sing without a freaking 6 packs of fucking Hubba Bubba in their mouth?
You know that chop and screw crap? That scares me.
What?
The what?
That chop and screw stuff they do. That never heard of that?
I'm
Chop
pretty
and
sure
screw?
I did some of that in high school, but I don't know.
It's like, are you
Is it Chinese
serious?
food?
You never heard of that chop and screw? Have you heard of?
No.
I know. I'm not, okay, look, y'all need to look it up. Everybody, look
We
it
know
up.
why
Oh,
we know why she might know about it.
I know. What
You've
is
been
this
chopping
chop
and
and
screwing out of
screw?
there. No,
Chop and screw. That's where you meet all those guys that you say are freaks.
Is it that dating app you're on?
First of all,
that dating app?
nope. Chop and screw.
Now she got it. She got it.
Oh, your dad would have said the plane just landed.
That would be chop and get screwed, okay? And that's not it.
Come on, now that's vulgar. Come on.
Are you
Why
serious?
you gotta make it dirty?
I know, like that was not
man.
necessary.
I know, like we were having a
I mean, we
friendly
just
conversation.
implied it, and you're like, do
Exactly.
it.
First of all, I'm offended that you think y'all are less than saintly people. Whatever.
I don't understand that
yeah.
statement. I have never thought that I'm like saintly at all. No.
It's just implied.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, look at his
I carry the
his-
Lord's warmth with me.
his shirt has angel wings on it. Are you
Exactly.
trying? Doth protest too
There's
much,
2 pairs,
please.
some in the front, some in the back. 'Cause I need extra wings to carry this weight.
You know what they call people with angel
Yeah,
wings in
but
the front, right?
butterfly. You remember that from Ants?
What?
Ants?
What?
Or was it Bug's Life?
Bugs
The
Life.
caterpillar, the big old chubby wing. Look at me, I'm a butterfly.
Oh my
With the little
God.
bitty wings.
Yes,
Hardest working wings in fucking
You're
music.
not an angel. No. I'm gonna go ahead and say no.
No.
Hey, whooping cranes aren't angels, but they got wings, so come on.
Whooping.
Vultures?
Okay, so what about you, James? Now, what music do you like?
Now,
Yeah.
like right now, we listen to
Who's we?
me and James.
Who's the
'Cause
who's the other
We
James?
do is my son James,
Uh-huh.
not the third
Shout out
person
to James Michael.
not the third
Wah,
person
wah, wah,
James.
wah.
Because again, you know, I told you like it has to be new, and like then I start waiting for new music.
Do you let your do you make your dad listen to rap and stuff?
I don't listen to this.
Oh really?
You don't listen to rap?
Come on, man.
No, man, that's God.
And every now and
That's
then,
like Houston
just like
stuff.
This, just like
What Houston stuff? Shut the hell up.
just like,
But
like
what do you
cousin
listen
Nora
to?
call your dad bro every now and then.
Yeah.
Come on, bro.
Come on, bro.
No, we don't do that, bro stuff.
So what is it they listen to? Would name some.
I
Yeah,
think
you
the
gotta
last
catch me
thing
up
we
with the bro.
listened to that was recent had to been Cole Wetzel and Parker McCullough. Their recent stuff that just came out, and Luke Combs. But again, I can't listen to the new Luke Combs because of Robert. You know, so
Yeah, that's
only
hard.
only that one song. But other than that, it's hard for me to listen to Luke Combs. But still, now what else did we listen to, James? Now, like it was just
You listen to rock stuff, y'all go rock. what
yeah,
kind
but
of
it's all
rock?
'90s grunge
I
music.
can watch Lainey Wilson sing
I watch '90s grunge
because
still there.
I can watch her sing.
Really.
Yeah.
Oh,
But
Put
then
the camera on him when he's doing that.
Ozempic done hit her wrong. Come
See,
on,
give me a
man.
break. Whatever.
It took away a lot of love.
There go the wings.
Oh, you know what we listened to recently was
No, but she doesn't-
Limp Bizkit. Limp Bizkit we were listening to a lot recently.
That guy needs to trip over.
You
some
finally
just for
saw him
men.
with the gray beard. You're like, what is that?
I'm like, he looks like Santa Claus.
And then with that windsuit he had on, I'm like, that had to
wasn't
go.
doing him any favors.
I'm like, who
He had
put
like
that
an
windsuit?
80s like color block windsuit on, and he had a white beard, and he just looked like a.
I don't know who told him to put that on.
You ever see the memes where they show the whole family wearing windsuits? It's like, man, that wind didn't have a chance.
Okay, so some of the music that I like to listen to: System of a Down. What the fuck?
I'm singing the lyrics.
Oh.
Isn't that those lyrics?
I thought you would have understood those were your.
I know.
Earlier, speaking your language.
Cake.
Cake.
Going the distance. Short skirt, long jacket.
Here we go.
Paramore, Evanescence.
Paramore, yes. Evanescence is like maybe 2 songs.
Arctic
maybe.
Monkeys, Sia, Jimmy Eats World, Audio Slave, STP.
I did like some corn.
Corn.
STP.
I liked STP.
STP was pretty good back in
Oh,
the
wait.
day.
Oh, okay, never mind. Yes. STP,
Not
yes.
not the gas thing,
Yeah.
but the
Yeah,
band. The Strokes, Sublime, Blink 182. I like Blink 182.
Sublime was 2, Blink 81, 2. Yeah, I could do with them, the Blink 182.
Rage Against the Machine.
Yeah.
Those
Those are good.
Bruno,
We still listen to
Bruno
those.
Mars.
I do like me some Bruno Mars.
Yeah.
I do like me some Justin Timberlake, too.
Yeah. Eminem. I love Eminem.
I can't listen to them right
Chocolate
now.
or the peanut ones.
Son of a
Peanuts. Peanuts.
Same Hotel. Okay, I'm mentioning Same Hotel just because I love My Type. That's
is
the only
that?
song.
Saint Motel.
It says the song goes, "You're just my type. You got a pulse and you are breathing."
Well, that's not much of a type at all.
No, because everything is a type. Oh my god. Ooh, I'm getting hot. Okay, Deftones.
Yeah, I mean,
like
back in the
one or
90s,
two
the
Deftones.
early 90s, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. What about Let's see if you know who this is. Silver Sun Pickups.
No, you're making stuff up again.
I am not. They sing Lazy Eye.
They have lazy eyes. That's why they're a freaking get banned for the radio, not for TV.
You gotta look up Silver Sun Pickups. They're good. Vortex. Vortex is a young 20s band that sounds like
Now, Incubus, do you like Incubus?
yes, Incubus.
Yeah.
There
Talk
you
shows
go.
on
Now,
Yes.
now we're talking.
Soundgarden.
Oh, yeah.
Soundgarden, yes.
Come on,
Guns
sing
N'
us
Roses.
Sing us a song.
No, that was
Soundgarden.
back in the
That was
80s.
Black
Yeah.
Hole Sun. Won't you come?
That's
Yeah,
not singing.
Soundgarden.
That's singing
I'm just
lyrics.
rapping it.
I'm just, just rapping it.
Oasis. There's a couple of songs, right?
Yeah. No, wait, these are all the songs that you still listen to
Yes,
now?
this is what I listen
Well, then
to
why are
now.
you asking like a couple songs and you should know?
Phantom Grant.
So you're just naming a
Phantogram.
lot of music that you like. Is this your playlist?
This is in my playlist. This is the music that I listen to
Okay,
now.
okay.
Phantogram, Arctic Monkeys, Sia.
Now, like, if I was to listen to music, just I'm going to go outside and I'm going to listen to music.
Yes.
Then it would be like, of course, Incubus.
Yes.
And I would put, of course, the Limp Bizkit on there from there. And
Loser.
though, like the 90s music, what I would listen to, I was at, there I go, I lost it again.
My 2000 music.
Lit was another
Oh, yeah.
one that would do. Offspring. Would be
Oh,
there,
yeah, nice.
So that's what I'll be
And
listening
you
to
don't say
outside.
nothing to Blink 182. Offspring's in the same genre.
But that just wasn't
But
his.
Blink 182 was kind of like a funny, making fun of music.
But
you
it
know
was
that?
still good music.
It was, but
Not good enough for you. I got it. All right.
no, I mean,
So my
it brings me back memories with my daughters. Me and my daughters will listen to a lot of that music.
Okay,
together.
so let me put it to you this way. The bands that shaped me were Journey, New Order, Depeche Mode, Yaz, Air Supply.
Okay, cut. Like, that's too many already.
No, because that's all that makes me me.
Okay.
You could say the same thing.
All right.
All right, we done?
We got to start cutting this. All right, till next time. Catch us on the next video. Make sure you like, subscribe.
Oh, and Blue October.
Jesus Christ.
I
And
can't
if you're a
believe
fan of Sandra's playlist, please don't put it in the comments, please.
I remember when you told me about meeting October.
All right, we're out.